Hello, 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 everybody out there. Uh, Thanks for joining me once again on the canvas for another Pen Sword Live. We're gonna get going here in a few seconds. Just gonna do some little housekeeping things. Shouldn't take too long. Just yeah. Thank you once again for continued support of the Pen Sword Adventures, where we're still doing pretty good on that. I think episode 2, I think recently hit like 400 viewers. I think 400 views total. Anyway, we're doing good there, and I want to thank you all very much for your continued support. Well, we're going to discuss a lot of stuff on the board here, including the game jam results. But for right now, I'm just gonna kind of wait because uh, if I'm honest, I'm kind of gonna wait for one of our reoccurring viewers to show up. Dylan, when you show up, I want to hear you in chat because I'll make sure you in particular know what happened with the game jam. So we'll get into that once people start showing up. But for right now, we're gonna do some gaming. Nothing too crazy. I might actually try out. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Hey, Dylan, glad you're here. I wanted to show off the game jam results, as it were, just because thought you were kind of curious about it. So yeah, we'll get started with that. You might have seen I posted it as a community post, but no, well, thank you, for being a good recurring viewer. Don't ever feel like you're obligated to show up. Just this one instance, I want to make sure you were around when I showed off some of this stuff. So yeah, real quick. So let me adjust my thingies. There we go. And up. So, game jam. We didn't submit in time. Yeah, so basically with the Brackeys 2026.1 game jam, let me see if I can get a new window open here. Basically, like right as I was going to submit, I ran out of time. They have like the timer here that when I was submitting, it's like submissions end in this amount of time, and it was like down to like 30 seconds when I was going to the submission page, and I hit it, and right as I hit it like hit my final submission to it. It was like 15 seconds overdue. So we did not submit in time, and that's okay. In all honesty, I'm glad it didn't work out, just because in all honesty, the game is kind of a little embarrassing. Just it did not go to plan, but we're all about learning and growing here. So I kind of want to show off what I did get done. Let me grab a controller here. Let's see. Oh, should be good. Sometimes my controller wants to connect, sometimes it doesn't. Let me. Riveting stuff so far as I tried to do with Bluetooth connections on the other monitor. Forget device. Sorry. Theoretically, this controller should be really easy, like swap between devices, but it's been having trouble lately. All right, we're in it now. So, here's what I got done before the end. So I had to go back from the models I made to beans, just because I didn't have any time to create any animations or textures from. But we have our tutorial environment. So see how to move and jump. Let's get this guy over here in time. We also have the dodge little wall here. So you have to dodge through it. And then when you get over to the little goal zone, you get points the longer you're in it. And boom, we have the text that says, who won that round and what the current ranking is in total. The next tutorial shows you how to pick up and throw things. Also, there is no music. That's because there's no music or sound. Yeah, you can grab the boxes, keep on throwing them out for points. I had the little points counter above the player heads. Hut. You get teleported back to the ship. Also, the player colors are generated when you join in. Oh, okay. Now we have to get fruits to the ship. So I'll pick up a fruit. We run it over and we throw it in. So you can imagine if multiple players, you could have them running around and trying to get all the points in. After the first two tutorial missions, it will just randomly choose what mission you do next. Let's see what we get next. Back to the cargo one. I'm going to use my special debug menu to get past that, just so we can get to another new location. The little button inputs things, those are assets I got, but everything else is custom made by me. So here we gotta push them into the lava. So yeah, you can brawl it out with your friends with the one rock, and boom. So this player's the winner. I will have won that round. Yep. Let's skip this again. We're getting this. I've made it so it will not randomly select one that you just did, but it can just randomly select one that's been already done earlier. Let's see. Not the rock one again. Well, there was one more environment I'm hoping we get. Nope. Getting good at my dash dancing with it. Oh, there we go. So that's a king of the mountains. So or monarch of the mountain. I chose. Yeah. So we can get all the way to the top, and then the other player can pick up all these little crystals and try and knock you off as you're accumulating points. I missed. Eh. Ooh, glitch. That's cool. Yeah. So and then I don't have computer players working, but I still have the ability to spawn in up to the full 8 players, just so for testing. Yeah, and it'll just keep on going. You can keep on playing, gain more points, trying to outplay your friends. Yeah. Well, just even this little play test, I'm like, there's so many little things. I'm like, oh, I could have improved on. Oh, me and my buddy are there we go. So yeah, all the players have different colors. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'll get this guy up to the top of the mountain. Start getting some points. See if I can knock him off this time. I might have made this one a little bit too tough just because of the get up, come back. Yay. Yep. So that's what I was attempting to make. All that was pretty much how it looked when time came for the game jam. The only things I changed, or let me see. Right, I was hitting submit. Let me find. I had imported this zone, this like kind of the mountain, and all of the terrain was like slightly too tall for like the players to jump up. So like basically, it was impossible to get up to the score zone. So I fixed that for after the game jam, and then I had the models and everything figured out for this like kind of like swamp environment, but I just didn't have like the actual map added. So I added that, and then all of the like colored text for the different players. So I was also added post jam submission time. But yeah, um, let me see. I think yeah. So it's not great. I tried my best. I really missed by missing that one day due to the weather. It really threw off my whole mojo and made it so I couldn't quite get all I wanted done in time. I'm still proud of like the systems I've got here, like moving around, picking up and throwing things. That still feels pretty good. Oh, what else? I mean, I learned a lot in this. Like, for the first time ever, I've got like spawn code that doesn't like immediately break when a new player is like spawning like right in the same spot. These little things. I think I wrote some pretty good code. I learned how to like I started modeling like these kind of more unique environments. When you get to the yeah, like I think those is kind of cool, and I really like the way the texture on those kind of came out. What was the other one? This look these kind of like cool vines. I thought that was pretty cool. And I learned how to use Godot's grid map system. So basically, each little section here of of the ship environments are made up of these like little panels I can kind of piece together, kind of like little Lego bricks almost, and they all fit together on a grid. So let me see if I can find that grid. Yeah. So then I can add more parts to the environment. Let me do like a little room over here. Then I did not label these very well. That was one thing I learned. And put together a little test environment over here. I'm gonna grab a floor R. I can grab a corner like that. That kind of thing. Yeah. So that's kind of what I learned. I learned how to do. This took a little bit too long just to kind of figure out like, oh, I did not have enough pieces. Like this kind of first section is like what I figured out that I would need right away. And then I had the extra pieces that I just like to fit like weird edge cases and then more pieces. Yeah, let me erase these guys. Yeah. So yeah, I learned how to grid. What else did I learn? I learned a lot in order to make hopefully something better down the line. How soon that down the line comes is probably going to be a little bit distant. We got pen sword episodes to kind of get to, but down the line, and maybe like I'm gonna say like a month or two, I might be come back to do more like kind of game development stuff. So just something real simple. I think the biggest thing I have learned from this game jam in particular is that I need to focus more on making it a smaller game. Like, I should have known that I was going to be in for a bad time as soon as I started trying to make multiple environments was the gimmick of the game. And as a result, like what I was able to make doesn't look good to kind of show off. I can't be like, "Oh boy, look at this cool thing I made. You know, hire me." Because this is like the best I could do, spread across, four different style environments. I would have liked to have done like particle systems and like when you teleport between environments, you could have like kind of like Star Trekky like warp particles on you. That would have been cool. Would have liked to had like an actual character instead of the return of the bean. I like the bean, but want something other than bean. So yeah, am I peaking the mic a little bit? Sorry if I'm overly loud at the moment. So yeah, that was the Brackeys 2026.1 game jam. I'm proud of what I did, but not proud enough to really like share it wider than like this live stream where people go. I'll put these all like in like a playlist so people can like see what I did. But then after this point, I'll probably not be mentioning this again. Actually, let me let me find the itch page and I'll link that because I did upload it to itch.io dashboard. Yes. Whoop. So here we go. I've uploaded the game online. There is both a version you can play in browser. It looks a lot worse than how it was on in the actual game. Uh, but it's on all technicalities playable in browser. I might edit like to add like a full screen button. I'm not sure. Yeah. So I've got this, and I've also have a Linux build. I've had no issues in the past making Linux builds for my Steam Deck, and they worked out fine. So I will be copying that link so everyone can try it out. I'll put it in the description of this stream when it's a VOD, and also I'll just maybe just drop it in chat here. Let me just paste. There we go. So if you're curious about the game, you can try it out. Just be aware it was what I made, and I think I counted my hours for this one. I've got a like little time logging sheet I've been using for a good while, and I believe the hours totaled up to like 26 hours. Let me clear her. Yeah, okay. That's safe to share. Ignore the hourly rate stuff there. I use that for other projects. But yeah. Yeah, but okay, 29 hours. That's worse. But I made it. We learned. That's all we can ask for in life. So to immortalize this game jam that on all technicality was over, I am now going to uh, give it the highest honor I can of showing when I add it to the display here of different game jams up on the shelf. So yeah, I don't if you've seen the Pen Sword episode on game jams or not game jams on game development, you'll have seen that shelf in the background a few times, and also in the back of my stream, it's always there. But I'm going to at the on the top shelf, I've got a little models of different game jams I've participated in. I think all of them are represented, and so I might as well add a little in memoriam, as it were, for this game jam that was not. So we're gonna do that right now. I got my pieces and parts. I'm going to bring my monitor back. Right on. Okay. We're just gonna quickly. So here's the shelf, and we're going to add a little in memoriam display for the ship. I think that should be the part. So Also going to set up. How can I grid? I want to move it loose on a grid. Okay, sweet, we're on a grid. I'm just going to make a little ship here. This is kind of what I made, so you can see like all the different parts I made for the game jam. I'm actually going to do a linked copy because I'm going to edit these parts in a second here so they don't have these like infinitely thin walls on the ship. And while we do that, how about we get a little music going? One moment. There we go. Let me know if music is getting too loud for all y'all. All right, here we go. Too loud. There we go. And here I am just going to... I'm copy and pasting all these chunks. Kind of like how I was doing. The grid map thing I really liked in Godot. It was kind of like... It's very I guess therapeutic is not really the word, but it's very easy just and mindless to kind of put together their little maps with everything on a grid. I guess it has been, probably about 5 days-ish since, 3 or 5 days since the game jam and my last stream. So, how's everyone been? I've been kind of using the little time off to work more on next Pen Sword episode, which I'm always working a little bit ahead on Pen Sword episodes, so like what will be premiering next isn't what I'm currently working on, Because I believe we should be still good to go on a new episode on March 7th. I believe should be the day. What else? I've been working on, so Pen Sword episodes. There's also been kind of like an ongoing project I've been working on kind of in the background. I've been really proud of. Not really proud of it, more just it's been an interesting project. It has involved me watching a lot of movies, and so each day I've been watching a different movie for this project, and it's resulted in me watching some movies I probably never would have watched, of my own volition, but also at the same time, some of these movies have been not great. So it's been a mixed bag of like discovering movies I don't know if I've been really enjoying, but I don't know if I would have watched on my own, and movies I rightfully was not going to watch on my own. But also kind of, it's been a thing where after the game jam, I get really in the mood to just keep on making games, which I on one hand, that's a good kind of spirit to get into is like, okay, keep the momentum going, but also just with what I've been doing, it's like I can't be dedicating more time to game development at the moment. Would love to get to the point where I can just drop everything and just keep on working on fun games, but we're not at that point yet. And I think I'm still thinking I can probably use a lot of what I've done for this game jam, even if it wasn't, successful in the end. 'Cause should I go with this one? Off rotate. Like, all that movement code and, like, camera movement code, I think all that's gonna work out great for, like, whatever future project I work on. So I'll keep that in my back pocket, as it were. And even if, I'm a fan of what I've done here with the ship design, kind of like the interior. The textures I used on it were just kind of, basically very simple gradients, and I just kind of, really messed with the UVs so they mapped in an interesting way. Got some good, that good gradient work. Wrong piece. Need that one. Okay. Gonna grab these edge pieces. $90. There we go. Now that I'm kind of back into streaming, I am keeping my eye on, or my ear to the ground for, like, Nintendo Direct announcements. So, if you're unfamiliar, Nintendo likes to do these digital presentations every now and then called Nintendo Directs, where they'll basically, it's like about an hour long live stream where they'll just kind of announce a whole bunch of games. And sometimes it's just small ones, like, maybe a whole bunch of fun, like, farming and RPG games. But sometimes you get, like, they announce the existence of a full new Smash Brothers one time. So I would love to do more, like, live reactions to Nintendo Directs. So once they start making some new ones now, some nice general ones, I will get on that. I think that'd be kind of fun. There is a Pokemon Presents, so, like, a Pokemon digital presentation coming up. I want to say 2 days. Yeah, I could live stream that one. I'm just not, I'm not as familiar with the Pokemon in specific as I should be. So, I mean, that could also be fun. Just, a more relative Pokemon newbie trying his best to kind of figure out what's happening, what people are enjoying about the new announcements. Okay, and then I need one of these end cap pieces. That one. Sweet, my medication is being shifted. I've been taking just, taking like trying to think of the wording. Like I have a direct-to-consumer medication for a little bit now, and they have you just kind of call in to kind of schedule your next delivery. And every time they call me, it's marked as a spam call, and it's always by like a different number. And it's just always been like, had I not been getting the medication I've been asking for, I'd be suspicious. But I guess it's not even a suspicion thing. It's more just their process is weird. Like sometimes I'll like reply as they're calling, and they'll immediately like hang up on me. It's been weird. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Pretty nice. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to now make these relations, make local all. Now join them together. Never mind. I should make an empty. Nope. Cursor to selection. There we go. Add a mesh with vertices. And join it. Sweet, no one's upset. Yep. And now I am going to do some fusing. Merge by distance. Ooh, whole bunch of vertices removed. Okay, so that looks better. Still a little bit of a dense mesh, but I'm fine with that. Going to snap to vertice. Sweet. Want to get rid of those internal faces there. Do the same thing on this side. nice. Can I turn all these tries to quads? That did pretty good. Well, leave it as is for now. And then I'm going to bring these two faces together. And these. Sweet. And now. Just need a bottom for this thing. I think I had more good pieces up there for that. I think I just want to have all these faces here. It's figuring out like what the edge is very weirdly with all this geometry. Maybe in retrospect I should have cleaned up everything before I fused them all together. Oh well. That's everything. Come down just a little. Shoot, forgot one face. So it is the one face. Bring it down, just like 0.1. I go 0.1. Fuse some things up here. Not perfect geometry, and I think I'll be fine. It's just a model for the shelf. I'll try to condense it a little bit here. Add these little these little loop cuts. All the faces. Move some vertices. And then we're gonna grab all these faces, or these edges, I guess. And extrude. We'll be doing some texture work on the bottom here. Let me get all these guys on. Okay. Huh. That was the sound of my Steam Deck shutting down. It shouldn't have been on, so that's fun. Just gotta select all these faces here. Okay. And then what are you be editing? Give me one moment. I want to make sure I don't accidentally show anything I shouldn't be. There we go. Right up on the bottom there. Nope, don't do that. Project from view. This is kind of a way of texturing where basically you're smushing all of the UVs together, so it makes it a little easier in a way to get very specific UVs, or to get very specific colors from a texture sheet. Okay. And then I need another file here. I think I can get rid of all these ship bits now. I'm going to grab a file from the other monitor, or that monitor. Exports. Oops, there we go. Yep. Want everything here but the... Everything but the rocket is going. Move this along the grid. And get kind of between. Oh, look the right way. It was a smaller rocket. Nope. That's point. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sweet. Now I'm going to make these faces quads, kind of cut down on some of the geometry. And now it goes on the shelf. Barely. Maybe like 0.05? Don't really want to put it up there because it's a different beast, this jam. So I'm gonna put it down here, I think. Sure, it's not really clipping anything. Want a little bit of clip on the base. But one thing I learned in animation school is you kind of want a little bit of clipping when things are contacting, just because when we touch two things with our hands or with objects, we're kind of pressing down a little bit. There's a little bit of give to it. So if you have something where it's not really directly actually touching, actually in the 3D modeling program, it looks a little wrong because it's like basically levitating. So you want it to kind of clip down just ever so slightly. I have a weird seam here, yeah. That's interesting. Let me stitch this thing up, and then we'll do a little render for the background, and we'll call it quits. We'll close the book on the Brackeys game jam. We've learned a lot. We'll learn to do better next time. It's all part of the process. How did this even happen? Yep. Much better. I think it looks pretty good. All right, cool. I'm going to set my room here a little bit. Don't want people to see this just because there's some spoilerness involved. You don't know it yet, but that's thematic. It's foreshadowing. Okay, let's see here. Did it render out correctly? There you go. It's on the shelf. So it's like, putting your kid's drawing up on the refrigerator, It's not perfect, but, it's up there. It shows that you care. And caring's all that we can do. So let me export that, and we'll add it to our actual stream environment here. Stream. Pictures, background element. Oh, actually, no. There we go. Cool. And now let me check the background. Cool. So now, actually, there. Okay, the date is like right in front of it. There we go. We did it. Let me move the boombox too. There we go. Wow. Wow. All right. I think that's enough of that. Too many buttons and knobs. All right. So I'm going to duck the music a little bit here. So with the Brackeys game jam all done and dusted, as they say, or at least like one YouTuber I watch says, should probably. Recently, I updated my little Calvin program here, and I had to kind of reset my settings. So let me just give me one moment as I adjust the camera on this. Just kind of. Okay. We also, sorry, we're gonna do a quick maintenance on getting the camera a little better. There we go. Now I'm staring down the barrel a little bit better. How are we looking, folks? I can still do all my emotes and all that. That's good. All right. Now, I think I am in the mood to play a video game. The game in question is one that might seem a little out of place for now, but we're doing research. I want to talk in a future, like we're talking in a few episodes from now, maybe like 3 or 4. I want to talk about character creators in video games. So that is going to involve me getting some footage of different character creators so we can kind of know how they work, how they tick. So, give me one moment as I queue up our first character creator game. I am now switching my monitor. I am now getting my controlling devices. Oh, this is the suspense. What will he play? Nope. Okay. Well, he's gonna play his, his gaming device shutting down. Is what he's gonna play. Give me one moment. Uh, Thank you if you're still watching. Just I appreciate you as I still get used to all this streamer stuff. Ah, there we go. That's my desktop. What we're playing is on my Steam Deck on The Sims 4. We're just gonna play a little. Basically, I just want to kind of see how much I can create. I want to see what the character creator, and we'll try to create a perfect specimen of a custom sim. Where we're gonna create Calvin. We're gonna create this Calvin character model. It's also a controller. The controller prop is a little misleading. We're playing on keyboard and mouse. Also, we're gonna watch Vulkan shaders process for a few moments. So how about while we're waiting? Let's see here. How's everyone doing in chat? Doing good? I added a new emote to my Calvin rig here, but it's not quite working. It's supposed to be like double quotes, but I can only get with one arm. And I thought I fixed that before stream, but we're still glitching out like that. Okay, we're gonna play a different game. It won't even let me escape. Okay. We are now going to do my backup game. Okay, we're turning the music back on. Let me get the Steam Deck to... I'm gonna full restart here, folks. Full restart. If you hear The Simpsons or Taco Bell, that's my Steam Deck booting up with a custom and randomized boot screen. So just prepare for that. This music speaks to my soul. Okay. Verifying installation. Oh, got him. Post the boots. Okay, we're in. Let me enter my pin. Do this in a way. I don't think any of that was... I have a lot of trouble with The Sims sometimes. Alright, we're gonna do backup game. Which works out. I like this game too, so. Let's kill the music. Oh boy. Here we go. You know what time it is.
SoulCalibur VI.
Yeah! SoulCalibur VI. SoulCalibur VI is a fighting game. Well, most fighting games are kind of based around punches and kicks. The kind of gimmick of SoulCalibur VI is that all characters are using weaponry. So swords, nunchucks, scythes. So this. I can show you a little versus match to kind of see, so you can kind of see what we're doing with.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Sound just a bit. Ignore how chonky the pixelation, the anti-aliasing is. It's a little still dialing in the settings here. So let me find just a character I can play pretty well.
Roll. Understood.
Like growth. I'm going to also choose dudes for this match. Just while I'm just getting things set, because.
Geralt, right? Sure.
Because another kind of gimmick of the SoulCalibur series is like your clothing can be like destroyed. It's very cartoonish, but also, I mean, I don't want to get demonetized. You know, it's
fan the flames of the warriors' fighting spirits.
So let me just show you, a little bit of the game.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, he says swear. Oh, crud.
My mission is what matters, not you.
Sorry if that was a swear for all y'all.
Fight.
I do not condone Geralt from The Witcher 3's language. So it's a 3D fighting game. You got kind of your basics, you know, your lights, heavies. You can go high for attacks, or you can go low for attacks.
Low.
You can also get a little kick action in there.
Stand. Fight to your last breath. Battle 2. Fight. Take it. Blow and courage.
You also got, you know, like that was a grab I just did. You can do blocks. There's another grab for you.
Here I go.
I don't know what kind of combo I did there, but you know.
Victory will not come easily. It must be seized.
Anyway, let's see if I can finish this off real quick. Hope I can get a ring out and show that too. There we go. There's also ring outs.
Claim victory and bask in the glory.
He said a swear again.
No surprises here.
Do we count that word as a swear? I mean, I've always been like, okay, you can get around it, I feel. Oh well, anyway. So, SoulCalibur, very typical kind of fighting game, but, you know, swords instead of punches and kicks. The big thing that I got to the game for originally was because if you see in the center there, around all these characters, we have creation. So you can make custom characters. And you better believe...
I can take you.
Yeah! So let me then get another fighter in the ring. Grunkle Stan from Gravity Falls. Finally.
Warrior spirits are forged below the never-ending skies.
I can't run away.
You won't get any pity from me. Battle 1. Fight!
So as you can see, you can make your custom character, and you've got a lot of options for your character. You can change their skin color to green. You can give them a fez. You have like lots of fun part options. Basically, you can attach like any like random like 3D models to your character. You can give your character different fighting styles. You can add particle effects onto your weaponry. So I have some ink on my pen's staff there. My pen spear. This enters like a little dueling thing. It's similar to the Injustice like Flash system, I think. I'm never quite great at it. In general, I'm not super great at SoulCalibur VI, but it's a game I enjoy playing a lot just because of the character creator, and it's very button mashy, and that's the case where if you just kind of keep on hitting the buttons, you usually get something pretty easy. Here, I'll do a special. Also, I love how compressed that audio like of the wolf is. Like that's on my end. That's the game's end of it being like.
The battle is over. Show respect for the fallen who fought so bravely.
Really did it!
Also, give me one moment. Yeah. So yeah, that's what you can do with the character creator in SoulCalibur. All right. I say now we use this character creator to make someone new. I will now scroll past a few of the characters I've already made here. They're kind of mostly like my own original characters and like some of my friends' D&D characters, and then like 3 Disney Channel cartoon characters. So nothing too crazy. So who are we gonna make? You have all these great options here for like different races. You're really only be using like these 2 at most, just because like you have a lot of options when it comes to like, creating a human character in this game. I'll also ignore the. He's in some undies. That's fine. Not to be zooming right in on it. So you have, all these body options. You can edit equipment. You can like add face accessories. You can add hats and helmets. You can give him some undergarments, some redemption leather armor. Give him a shirt, just a nice simple top. A vest or some straps, pants, leg, gauntlet. Then you can also add these accessories, which are just random 3D props they've got. So if you want, you can add a fish to the head, or you can add it to the chest, collarbone, or have different attach points. Okay, well, we're getting ideas. It's his buddy. So you get 3 of those, and then you can also change their fighting style, edit all your colors for your different elements of the character. All these options are pretty much across regardless of species. But as soon as you go into the different other species, you have some vastly limited options. Like, sweet, like, oh, I'll be a mummy. Oh, what wonderful options can I attach? Helmet's pretty good. Undergarments immediately down. Shirt's pretty good. Oh, I think it's one of these is really bad. Mummy, you can get pretty good options, but then you go into like Skellington. I want to be a Skellington. And you have no options for the undergarments. There's one species in particular that gets the worst of it. I think it's like the lizard man. Oh man, I can't wait to like put on some cool clothes. Nope. You have one chest piece option, and you can have a skirt, and it doesn't even like fully like attach correctly. So as you can imagine, that's not great for someone who wants to, make a cool character. So really, despite having all of these options, really you want to be focusing on like human or maybe hidden village clan in order to get the most bang for your buck. Okay. Also want to turn down the game a little bit because the music just gets a little overdone. Let's make a guy. Human man. Become a little scrawnier, maybe. Whoa, look at that. That slab of meat there. Give him a really weird, kind of like hourglass figure here. Look at, wow! Thunderfies here over here. You know, let's tone down the thighs a little bit here. And then we'll jack up the arms. How wide can I make a man? Ugh, it's like stretching out like the sides of his ribs. Don't know if I like that. Boop, boop, boop. Make him all the muscle. Yeah! Oh, that's too much. See what faces we have. Also, I don't like how they attach facial hair to a facial shape. Like, what if I want... I guess they kind of separate them out, but I mean, what if I want old face but with beard? You know, I want old face with beard. Let's see. The mullet clips into his neck, so we're not going to do that one. Also, they have crossover items from Tekken. We have Tekken items. We got Samurai Showdown. I think that's what it's called. We have some Witcher stuff. There's also Nier Automata. That's more in the women's section. Virtua Fighter, I want to say? Or this might be more Tekken. Flaming hair. That makes sense. We're gonna see what we can make of this guy.
I can't run away. I won't hold back. Ah, this'll be easy. You will die.
This should be a good fight.
This fight will be a pleasure.
Why do you choose to fight?
I can see the fear in your eyes.
Let's go.
I am beautiful.
Weaklings must taste death. Well, guess I gotta clobber you.
Do not interfere.
That's fun.
Do not interfere.
You can also adjust the audio a little
Do
bit.
not interfere. Do not interfere. Do not interfere.
You can really distort the voice.
Do not interfere. Do not interfere.
Let's see. Let's see what it generates at a random for us. No preference. Just give me the worst of what you got. Oh. It created Mysterio. That's crazy. Yeah. I wanted to do fun stuff, but I mean, it's gonna tell me to make Mysterio. I can't not make Mysterio. And then let me get a sphere. We can change the size of the sphere. Yeah, look at that. I'll give him. There's one like magic user in the game, so yeah, we gotta go with that guy. I remember. There we go. Add different effects to your weaponry. Hang on. No? I guess I gotta use my keyboard for it. That's fine. Up. That's one way to do it. There was a way like, oh, okay, good. Copy. So it randomly gave us Mysterio. I want to make actual, like, you know, custom character now. All right, let's see what we got here. Generate at random. Sure. The skirt works. I don't know about the Jester's hat, though. Oh, yep. The American flag really brings the ensemble together. Kind of a tactician kind of dealio. I like it. No. Too much texture. Eh. Another randomization. It would be nice for this if like I could generate a whole bunch I could kind of compare between things. Or just kind of firing a clothing gun at this guy. I'm giving up on randomization. Remove all. Let's make kind of like the tactician kind of idea. Let's see what this looks like. I like the idea of like a guy being like this jacked, but kind of like, you know, more of a mental fighter than anything. Secret Inspector's garment. He needs an undershirt, but otherwise I think that will work pretty well. Yeah. Wish I wouldn't zoom so far in on the pants. Or lack thereof of pants is the problem. Warlock pants! No. He needs to be a snappy dresser. And give him some cool gauntlets. Let's see what we can get here. little too frilly. It's nice. I want something more glove. You know, more glove. That's another thing I'm not a fan of, is when it shows like, ah, well, if you want that, you're gonna have to remove something else. Let's see. All right, what are these for? Those are pretty cool. I like that. Not on the butt, sorry. This might be a one and done for stream content, just because I can't. It likes to really just auto zoom in on the bits. Okay. Can I give them both of the straps and like a pauldron? A little something for the chest, a little something for the shoulders, hopefully. Oh. No, that's a little too ornate, too fancy. Shoulder pads. He looks like a Warcraft character. Not a Warcraft, Warhammer character now. Just down a little bit. I think that looks. I don't know. I liked it better, I guess, with how I could see like the designs on the side here. Can I get like a little cape? Oh yeah. Okay, give him some good boots. Yeah, okay. I think that looks pretty good. And now, I think the piece de resistance. Yeah! So might not work how I want. I basically want it to be like, you know, him carrying the fish as a baby, but maybe a fish advisor would be better. Oh yes! Shoulder-mounted fish. And see, with like, you know, with a character creator like this, you're already envisioning a whole bunch of stories for this guy. Like, in my mind, the fish is the real like tactician, while the guy is just the one who says the words. Like a special, official smell. Now move a little forwards. There we go. Okay, we're putting him in more on the collarbone. Or on the shoulder, as it were. Sorry. Forward. Ah! Over here. Whoop. Rotate forward. Rotate forward. Yes. Tactical fish. See if I can give him a little perch, maybe. Okay, it's close. Those pauldrons are huge. I think one another issue of the character creator is it's got very specific items, and to the detriment of everything. Like, I don't know what character you're gonna make that with like stuff like that. Which I guess, you know, you need some unique items that kind of inspire. Like, if they didn't have the fish, I would not. This character would not be the character it is. But you need a balance. I think the monocle, yeah. Okay. Now I'm also going to make it so things don't break. You can, because SoulCalibur VI, you can break off people's like equipment, but that use them in their skivvies, and I don't want that for our wonderful gentleman here and his fish. All right, skin tone. Oh, I feel like a little too white. Let's see if we can get a little color in there. A little orangier. A little flavor. I think kind of more of a gray beard here. Yeah, he's weathered. Add some like facial makeup. I think also like scab, cool scars. And like even here, like we're painting a picture of a character with all these details. Color. And also, you like this, so you can change all the colors at once, or you can go in individually and get all the little trims and everything. I think we will go in a little bit here. Kind of like a dusted look. A bronze. Ooh, yeah. Bring that into the model. A different color for the trim here. How are we thinking it's looking? Little highlights of some kind of blue. Yeah, let's change that to like kind of more of a bluish color. Really desaturate. You can see above the color selection, it gives you like the details of what color you just keyed in is. $17.44.4. So I can key those numbers in. 17.44.4. So it's all matchy-matchy. It's kind of a dark color. Contrast. Oh, I might remove the straps. They're kind of busying things. would just like the nope. It would force me to remove other stuff, and I don't want that. What color did I use for those belts? 105. Just like that. Team 44. Cool. That's pretty cool, I think. Give it the trim color, 17, 44, 4. Give that to the leather color, 105. And now the fish. I might just default back to its base colors. Now we need to choose a good fighting style. Basically, you have access to any character's fighting style from the game. I think I'm going to go with Hildy, because she's got kind of like the flag and everything here. Okay, and then just check my colors there. You add stickers as well. $17, $44, nice. I should probably change the color of the banner. Okay, and then the trim, our old. 17, 44, 4. Yeah, okay. We need a name. Not Mysterio. Evan. Francisco. I like Francisco. And we'll take a picture for his character selection. Where we get the fish in there. Once again, in my mind, Francisco is the fish. Yeah, good background. Need one for the theater of war. Sweet. Francisco is done. Now we'll wrap up today with a little versus match. See how Francisco fares in battle.
Welcome to the stage of history retold. Soul of
Excellent.
Hilda.
Oh, I love the way the fish kind of goes across his face like that. That's great. We'll go Noodle Knight. Noodle Knight is a character from the titular game Noodle Knight I made for an animation class back in college.
Warriors cross swords beneath the gaze of the ancient gods.
Do not interfere.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Am I good enough?
They are made of noodles. If you weren't. Yeah!
Not so fast. This is it.
Look at that. Serving up some noodles on a fork.
Predictable. Pay me.
Victory will not
The
come
fish has taught him well.
must be seized.
Battle 2. Fight!
Not so fast. This is it.
Get ready.
Keeps on giving me that opportunity. I don't know about that. Okay, I spoke too soon.
Pay me. No mind.
The fish, I'm telling you.
Fight to your last breath.
The fish contains the power.
Battle 3. Fight!
Too easy. Shall we?
Now, if I had enabled it, that would have broken off like a top or something.
Here I go! Destroy! Stay there!
Slow. Pay me. No mind.
There you go.
And bask in the glory.
Pay me. Victory comes as no surprise.
And the fish is hanging out. All right. So that is SoulCalibur VI. I really like it. Main thing is great character creator, and that's all you can ask for sometimes. Okay, I think we are going to wrap it up here. So I want to thank you all for watching today. I know it was a quicker stream and not really much was done, but you know, I wanted to quickly touch base on Game Jam results and then just kind of work on a little future pen sword stuff. Next time, I'm not sure when we'll meet again. I'm thinking stream maybe Friday. We'll see how Friday goes. Yeah, maybe I could do some more game development stuff theoretically, or I could hop on more games already made and try to find some stuff. I do need to do some art in a specific style. That could be a good stream, just a drawing stream. So we'll keep it. I'll keep you all in mind, and maybe announce my stream date maybe more than a few hours ahead of time. So thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.